To get you started, we're going to look at your goals and then get a little more granular by looking at who your target audience is, and then work on creating a marketing strategy. First, we need to look at the why. Why did you start your business in the first place? Was this something you always enjoyed doing, or maybe it was your side hustle? Did you see someone else with a similar idea and you knew you could do it better? Or maybe you found an untapped market and had an aha moment to fill a need. Whatever your reasoning is, it's unique to you and will add value as we dive deeper into the how of your marketing strategy. When we look at analyzing your competitors, we need to look at a handful of different things. First off is brand positioning. Brand positioning is how a company wants its brand to be perceived in the minds of its consumers. It's about defining what the brand stands for, its unique selling points, and how it differs from competitors. Then you need to look at the brand messaging itself. That is the specific language and tone used to communicate the brand's positioning and values. It includes taglines, slogans, and other verbal elements that reinforce the brand's identity. The brand identity itself is the overall perception of a brand in the minds of consumers. It encompasses the brand's name, logo, tagline, visual elements, and the overall experience customers have with the brand. Then we look at the marketing mix. The marketing mix is a framework used to develop a comprehensive marketing strategy. It consists of four key elements: the four P's: product, the goods or services you're offering; the price, the cost of the product or service; the place, the distribution channels used to reach customers; and the promotion, the marketing communications used to promote the product or service. Then we also need to look at your digital presence. That refers to a company's online visibility and reputation. It includes a website, social media profiles, online reviews, and other digital assets. We also have to think about the customer experience. It's the overall impression customers have of your brand based on their interactions with the company. It encompasses everything from the website and products to customer service and support. And lastly, we look at the competitive advantage that you have. And that's what sets your company apart from your competitors. It can be based on factors such as product quality, price, customer service, or unique features. Let's break each of those down a little bit further. First, with brand positioning, how do you want your brand to be perceived? We need to look at your target audience. Who are you targeting? Is it primarily male or female? Maybe it's based more on age or even their interests. Maybe they're very athletic or very much into the arts. Where do they live? Do they have children or pets? You'll also need to look at your value proposition. What unique value do you offer? Why will your target audience want to work with you or purchase your product? And lastly, look at your brand personality. How do you want to be perceived? How do you want your audience to feel when they see or interact with your brand? Should they feel stronger and more confident, or more intellectual? Healthier, maybe? Take this time to reflect on your brand positioning, as it's the fundamental building block for the next steps. Now we're ready to work on your brand messaging. Let's first look at your brand voice. What tone and style do you use in your messaging? If you have a younger or more active audience, you might have a lively and fun tone to your messaging. If you want to target women and fashion, you might have a more sophisticated or even whimsical tone depending on their style. You will also need to think about your key messages. What are your core messages and how do you communicate them? You can start this with a tagline if it's easier. Think of someone like Nike and just do it. They're letting you know that you're capable of anything you put your mind to. Or even Burger King lets you know you can have it your way, letting consumers know that they can customize their orders and that each customer is special. From this launching point, you can develop your messages a little further and ensure that it reflects your brand. When we think of your brand identity, we think of the overall perception that your audience has when they think of your brand. This can be broken down into your logo for starters. How does your logo represent your brand? Look at the colors, fonts, and even the imagery. Is it modern or rustic, bold, or even whimsical? Each element evokes a different feeling. Is yours working for you and your business? This leads us to your visual identity. What colors, fonts, and imagery do you use in the rest of your marketing? Is this staying on point with your logo and your messaging? Everything needs to work together to tell a story and attract the right viewers. Once we have these items in place, it's always good to create your brand guidelines. Your brand guidelines will help you and your team stay on track as you're designing the rest of your brand assets and marketing. This is always good to refer back to from time to time to ensure you're staying on point and to refresh yourself with your main key points. Your marketing mix helps you to develop a comprehensive marketing strategy, and it consists of four key elements, which we often refer to as the 4 Ps. This includes your product, what products or services are you offering, the price, what pricing strategy do you use, the placement, how do you distribute your products or services, and the promotion, what marketing channels are you using. Next, let's look at your digital presence. Can people find you online? I sure hope so. First, let's look at your website. Hopefully, you have a website. If not, we can work on that. If you do have a website, how effective is it? Is it answering all of the questions your viewers might have? Is it easy to navigate? And do you have clear paths for viewers to follow in order to turn them into a lead or complete a purchase? You should also have a social media presence. Are you active on social media? Which platforms are you on? Look at your target audience and figure out where they are on social media. Make sure your business is on those same platforms and not just the platforms that you enjoy using. It's key to be in front of your audience to create awareness and hopefully turn them into clients. Lastly, your online reputation. What is your online reputation? Hopefully, you're online and hopefully, you're fulfilling your viewers' needs. Stay on point with your brand messaging and your voice. Don't put anything out on the internet that you're not proud of because it can be replicated easily and can live forever. Try to get past clients to leave testimonials or reviews. Many viewers are drawn to brands by what others have to say. Word of mouth is still the best marketing. Your overall customer experience is what will keep your customers and clients coming back and even referring others to you. Let's look at your customer service. How do you handle customer inquiries and complaints? This should be taken care of immediately. If someone is upset or even has a question, you don't want them going astray or even creating a mountain out of a molehill. Tackle it head on and answer honestly. Sometimes the client isn't always right, but try to handle things in a dignified manner. They will appreciate that much more. Now, how satisfied are your clients? What is your customer satisfaction rate? This can be tough to measure sometimes, but businesses have been known to just ask their customers how they're doing, or even creating surveys can give you a good idea of this. Get creative and think about how your customers will best respond to you. Loyalty programs. Do you have a loyalty program? This may not work for all industries, but this is another way that can keep clients coming back. Thought of a reward or discount at the end often entices your clients to spend more in order to get that carrot at the end. Lastly, we have your competitive advantage. This is an important piece of your strategy. Although you may not have a direct competitor, we all have someone doing something similar to us, and we can learn a few things from them. First, your unique selling proposition, or USP as we like to call it. This is what sets you apart from your competition. This might be easier if you have the same or similar offering to your competition. Unless you copied your competition, which I hope you didn't, you should be able to identify a few key differences between you and your competitor. It could be the type of product that you're offering has different features, different sizes or colors, or yours could have an add-on product that elevates your product. Maybe it's your customer service. You go above and beyond when people reach out to you, and your customers appreciate that. What sets you apart? Make a list of these items. It's what we'll want to include in your brand messaging later on. Let's also look at your strengths and weaknesses. What are they? What are you doing well, or what could you improve upon? This is often hard to look at because you hope you're doing everything to the best of your ability, but there's always room for growth and improvement. And once you take that hard look at your business from an outside perspective, then you can grow. Sometimes that's also key to ask a good friend, family member, or if you have a larger business, you can poll your employees. Have them help you list what you're doing well or what you need work on. Learn something from the outside perspective. Are there any areas where you are underperforming? When you're too close to your business, sometimes these can go unseen. Step back from your daily grind and try to see if there are any gaps within your competition that you can improve on. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you learned a lot and will be able to use this information as you begin to grow your business. My full course will be coming in a few short weeks, and I really hope you'll join us. We will dive deeper into your unique brand strategy and then learn how to position your business. I will also dive deeper into your digital presence and discuss website design a little more in depth because I know this is a big topic for many of you. Lastly, I'll help you figure out how to take all your data and properly analyze it so you know what your next step should be. Although we like to believe that if we build it, they will come, that's often not the case. We need to build it, study it, make edits, and study some more. Be sure to join the waitlist and stay tuned and check your inbox and social media for more information. Thank you again for joining me.